Whoa. Oh, bang. Same old soup just reheating it. Man, we got the legend, Mr. Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, talking about the transfer portal. I like what he did last year. I hope he can do better this year. I hope he can get some good O linemen, good D linemen. Uh, I hope some weapons want to link up with him. You know, just add to his legacy. That's all. You know, I'm a Colorado fan, Skull Buffs. So let's see what he got to say.
You've seen the guys that you people, wonderful people in a minute. God bless all of you. Where's my other stuff? There we go. Academic awards, Travis and Charlie. Loved it. Both earned 4.0s GPAs in 2023, which is incredible.
Shout out to Travis. Hold on, who else he said? Let's give them they just do. Let's get these folks their flowers.
There we go. Academic awards, Travis and Charlie.
Shout out Travis and Charlie, man. That's how you supposed to be an athlete. I like that. Doing it on the field and in the classroom. That's stepping up. That's being a leader. Well, we already know Travis got that leadership in him, but Charlie, shout out to you for also being a leader on the field and in the classroom. We appreciate that. We show love to that. We like that. Pause. No Diddy shit. But yeah, shout out to them.
Loved it. Both earned 4.0s GPAs in 2023, which is incredible. I want you to run with that like you run with the portal stuff. CBS players ranking, Travis number 1, Shadeur number 4 for the top 100 players entering the football season. Chauncey.
Shout out to them, man.
Billups, my man, my dear friend, love him to life. A couple weeks ago, selected Basketball Hall of Fame. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Great coach, great person, great human being, which has embraced me and my family in this state and shown us what soul food is and everything we can think of. So I love him to life. Black and Gold Weekend Talent Show will be Thursday night. We've asked people to send in their videos to register, and they're hilarious. I think we're probably going to start posting them today, but the talent show is going to be something to behold. Spring game, we kick off Saturday at 1. We need to sell out that spring game as we did last year. Lil Wayne concert Saturday night. I'm pretty sure you're going to sell that out, you and your friends. Tickets available at CU Buffs.
Shout out to Wayne.
.com/tickets. Student of the week, Donis Forrest, safety, Union City, California, sociology major. Micah Welch, freshman. Oh my God, this guy is just student of the weekend running the heck out of football.
Shout out to him.
There we go. I got depth charts if you want to know potentially, as well as everything else in their mama that's ready for you guys. So let's go. Let's have a good time.
Hey, Coach. You talked a little bit about Micah there.
Yeah.
What has he shown you so far since he got on campus?
Everything. I'm sorry. I'm watching you while you're watching me, so we won't get nothing wrong no more. Yeah. You get it wrong, I got you. Okay. The kid has a low sense of gravity. You know that in his size and his stature and what he brings to the table. But he studies his butt off. I just was having a conversation with him over there about his snack machines. The kid is phenomenal. I'm happy that he came early enrollee and able to contribute this spring, getting the understanding of the offense, the flow and the speed of the game, the physicality of it. The kid brings a lot to the table, and he should see touches. He does not play. He runs a lot like Savion, like Wilkinson. He runs a lot like that, and both of those guys are similar, but he brings a lot to the table. Love it.
Jake, go ahead.
Coach, so we talked to Kevin Mathis a few weeks ago, and he was mentioning how versatile defensive backs have been.
Yeah.
Guys playing the slot, guys playing safety.
Yeah.
Just wondering if you could share a little bit more into that philosophy and what it's going to look like in the season.
We don't know what it's going to look like because we still have, I think, 4 to 5 more young men that's coming in that we know that are coming in, especially at the cornerback position. But when you talked about, bringing Hodge in and McKinney in, these guys are unbelievable. And you could put Travis at the nickel, or you could. I don't want to give away too much, but all of those guys are versatile. They can play the slot, they can play the dime, they can play the corner, they can play whatever you desire them to play. And with the stability of Shilo and Cam, it's unbelievable. Herm has played with us before, coming from Jackson and Marion. He's going to contribute tremendously, we feel. And these other guys are fighting their butts off to get reps and to do what we need them to do. Nikki.
Hey, Coach.
How you doing?
Good, how are you? Nikki Edwards, Hughes Sports Report. As you're losing some guys to the portal, what are you looking forward to reestablish? What position groups are you hunting?
I wish you guys do a little more homework when you start talking about the portal and understand what we're losing. What are we losing? I got time today.
Backups?
What are we losing?
Potential starters and
Potential.
Depth.
Where?
tight end, running back.
You haven't been watching practice, though.
We're not allowed in.
Amen. We good. We're good. I trust the recruiting team. I trust our coaches. And please have some faith in me. We good. We all right. We all right. What happens with the portal, man, and you guys need to know, a lot of people are fighting for backups. When a guy's a starter and he transfers, you got to really think about that. I mean, is he really that? I don't know how many starters have really transferred around the country. I think we got some coming in from visits pretty soon, maybe even this weekend. But we can attract those type of players, but I don't think we're losing those type of players. And if we do, we're good. We're good. We're making a big deal out of that. So, God, I want to say so much stuff, but I can't. God, I want to say so much stuff. I keep remembering my head coach. Let's go.
Adam, let's just have your 24/7 sports. Kind of building off that. What do you view as your needs in the transfer portal as you kind of fortify this roster?
Always depth. I think every coach wants depth. You want depth at the offensive line. We're going to bring in several more of those guys, defensive interior guys as well. We got pass rushers coming. A couple already signed. I think we got 4 defensive backs as well. That's coming, 2 already signed. Linebacker, a couple linebackers gonna come in. What else? I think we already signed. We already got a commitment from tight end, I believe. So I think we're good. I know where we are. You'll find out where we are real soon.
What?
Coach Scott, how you doing? Scott Proctor at the Colorado. More of a mental health question. I saw you share a moment the other day with Amir Robinson.
Yeah.
Just kind of asking him how he was doing.
Yeah.
How do you, as a program, kind of
Man, shout out to Emil Robinson. Shout out to Nate Robinson, man.
make sure guys stay even keel with a lot of attention, a lot of pressure, schoolwork, and all? What do you kind of tell them in that regard?
We have tremendous relationships. We know our kids. They know us. We have so many different departments and resources to assist these young men in any form or fashion. And he's a young man that's dear to my heart. I know his father personally, and I can see the spirit on him that he's carrying weight. He's heavy. So I just wanted to let him know we love him, we appreciate him. Anything that he needs, we're there for him. Even if he needs a break, but he's not that kind of guy. He's a workaholic, wants to work hard, wants to work his butt off, want to get in, want to earn a position on a special teams or defense or whatever. And I just appreciate him and his focus through all the turmoil and the trials that he's facing, because we know what they are. It's visible. Everyone knows. But he's rocking steady, man, and I got a lot of respect for him. He's a good young man, too. God, his father raised a good young man. Yes, sir.
Hey, Coach, Pat Graham, Associated Press. As far as recruiting, transfer portal, you have a couple things up your sleeve, and Shilo and Shadeur kind of recruiting through Instagram.
Hold on. Let's stop right there. I think most prominent players at every program are probably your best recruiters. We have a recruiting department that's superb and they're elite, I really feel. But I wish you could have a conversation with Shadeur and just tell him to just show you his DM one time. You would not believe the kids that call him or call Shilo, because they're high-profile young men that calls Travis, that calls Jimmy, that calls some of the guys that has been here, that it's the standard to fill us out, to see where we are. Because a lot of young men we can't talk to, it's not legal. So what do? They communicate through one another. You guys got to learn that stuff. That's how the communication starts.
Right.
And that's how it works. So when Shilo was making a joke, which he was, about hit me up, my brother, offensive, defense, or whatever, it's a joke, but it's actually real. That's how stuff happens. Players recruit players, man. We do a wonderful job as the staff, but they got to be validated by players because they played with those players that you're talking about, either in high school, at an all-star game. They know somebody that knows somebody. That's how the recruiting thing works, man, for real. It's players. They know who the dogs are and who the cats are. Sometimes we get caught up in the personal aspect of it. We may know the uncle or know the father or trying to, be a refuge for the mother. But no, players know players and how they get down.
Will you bump the Kamani that?
Excuse me?
Will you bump the Kamani that?
I want the best for him, man. I really do. I want that kid to soar. I want him to man up. I want him to be the best possible athlete and human being and person that he could possibly be. I want him to fulfill all those dreams that his mother and he desires. I really, really do, man. I think he's a young man that's going to find his way real soon. And sometimes you need to disconnect from something to reconnect to something else, to restart you and re-energize you and stabilize you. But I don't dislike any of the kids that may leave, man, because I just want the best of them. I really do. I'm just crazy like that. I really want the best for all these kids, no matter what transpires in their life.
Hey, Coach Shilo King with Denver Gazette. We've heard some people say this spring that Omarion Miller has kind of flashed as he's getting ready for his sophomore season. What have you seen from him, and how big a role do you feel like he can play for this offense going forward?
Well, I don't know what role he's going to play, but the kid can flat out play the game. He's really good. Coach Phillips was on his butt every day in getting him to be consistent, not only in his play, but understanding the game and taking that step up that he desires to be that guy. He has like 3 alpha guys out there with him, and he has to be one of those. You can't fall back with those guys in that meeting room. Those guys are dogs, and there's 4 other dogs that's on their way right now as we speak. So that kid can play the game. I can't wait to see him put it all together, and he's putting it all together right now, right before our eyes.
Hey, Coach, Taylor Zadesky with Busky. Have you? I know that you always strive to have discipline and passion be a huge part of the program, and how sometimes it overshines talent. Mm-hmm. Have you seen a huge emphasis on players holding each other accountable?
That's part of the maturation of this team. That's part of the unity of this team. That's part of the leadership. I have a leadership group on this team that consists of probably 17 players or more that I meet with every week, and we recharge them and energize them and give them good words of wisdom and that they can abide by and go out and execute. And they kind of police the locker room and do what they need to do on the field as well. I love where they are, who they are, and how they get down. And not all of those young men are starters. You don't have to be a great athlete or starter or NFL destined player to be a leader. We got leaders that comes in all type of packages.
Coach Sean Keeler, Denver Post.
My man.
You mentioned,
My man.
You mentioned depth.
Yeah.
How challenging is it, not just keeping that, holding it, because guys are going to get hurt, you know that better than anybody.
Right.
But building chemistry and culture when there's that much turnover every spring or something.
I think that's with every school. That's not just here. That's with every school. You guys just are compensated to pay attention to us a little more than anybody else, but that's with everyone. The truth of the matter is, I mean, everybody's fighting for depth. That's what you're fighting for, those guys. You're fighting to really get those ones that are pro-minded and they have that capability of going to the league and producing here. But then you want those guys right behind that's waiting their turn, that cannot wait. And you don't want that guy to be a 3. You want that guy to be a kind of a 1.5 and not truly a 2, that they have competition. Right now, the changes you see in the portal are a lot of 2s, man. That's not, I'm not saying that about us, but that's what usually transfers in the portal from place to place. And some of those guys are going to go and they're going to be a 1 somewhere else, which is a beautiful thing, and I think that's what they desire. And that's what the goal is, to be a starter, to go to the NFL and live that dream, man. And I'm all for them. I want them to do so.
Hey, Coach, Jack Harlow with Buffalo's Wire. With spring game coming up in about a week, do you anticipate kind of running it similar to what you did last year in terms of, like, you're like 1 offense, 2 defense? Anything different? You're gonna
because one's offense playing against the 2 defense. Don't the 2 defense want to be the 1 defense? Okay, and then you have the 1 defense playing against the 2 offense, and that 2 offense wants to be the 1. Then you'll have times where you may mix it up 1 versus 1. But if you don't go 1 versus 2, how are you going to tell that those 2s are capable of playing against 1s? That's the way we practice every day. That's the way we kind of place things. I like that thought process, and then 3s go against 3s. So I hate to say 1, 2, and 3. Let's just say black, white, or gold. Let's just put it like that to give them their respect.
A couple more, go ahead.
Coach, Troy Finnegan, CU Sports Report. Dylan Edwards talked to us about how he's kind of rounding out his skill set, playing a little bit more receiver. What have you seen from his development, and how do you imagine he'll be used this year?
Dylan is a tremendous asset. We're going to try to get the ball to Dylan in all forms and facets. We got some pretty good and good receivers. So he has to develop that tremendously to be able to take a receiver off the field to put a running back out there. That's kind of tough. That's asking a bit much, especially with you know who we have coming here as receiver and who we have already in house. But Dylan, man, I mean, just splitting him out at times and seeing him in front of a linebacker out wide is a scary thought. And Pat is going to do a great job, man, of getting him the ball where he needs to get the ball on the go. He's developing, running the ball inside as well as, you know, he can get outside and he change the speeds, change the pace, and his burst. And his mental and physical toughness is above par. We're proud of him. We really are.
Go ahead, Brian. Hey, Coach. Brian Howell with the camera. I have 2 questions for you. First off, with the tight ends, what are you seeing out of like Savell and Morgan?
Tremendous athletes. Tremendous athletes. Hand-eye coordination, can catch the ball, can get vertical. They're physical, defensive guys, you know, so they got that it, man. They really do. But they're athletes. They're really versatile.
And then offensive line, who specifically? I know you talked about
all of them.
They look better, but
All of them.
all.
Yeah, it ain't just one just saying, hey, I'm standing out. No, these guys are a tremendous group and they're a tremendous family. You rarely see one without the other. You rarely see one of those guys anywhere. You see 3 or 4 of them together at all times. And tell you what, I don't call him Rob Tyler is Brown. It's killing. He's probably grading higher than the guys on a daily basis. And he's consistent as I don't know what. But you talking about physicality and being able to run the ball, we should be able to do that.
Is it a combination of talent and also more cohesion among that group?
Phil is really good. Phil is really good. Phil Lolo is really good at what he does. He's been there. He's done that. They respect that. They admire that. They try to embody that and emulate that. And his communication skills are impeccable. Gunner's done a phenomenal job as well. But these are different kids, man. I don't know if you guys have had the pleasure to meet any of them, talk to them. They're different, aren't they? In which way?
Mature, big physically, how they mature group and all that talk to.
Anybody else? What's
Maturity is what stood out to me too.
Yeah. And physicality on the field. You guys would know that, but it's a different game. It's a different game that they're playing. Like they're really playing. They really have a why. Not saying that nobody else didn't. They really have a why, and they're out there fulfilling that, man. I love the way they attack practice, and they're holding one another truly accountable. They don't play about each other. I'm proud of that.
Go ahead, Ryan.
On the note of players recruiting players,
Yeah.
Shadeur made it very well known that he wanted DeJounte Wester.
Yeah.
What have you seen from those two, especially from?
Oh my God, DeJounte is a pro, man. He's a Florida boy, and he comes with that dog mentality, that swagger in him that he's making Jimmy go get it. Jimmy already was a go getter, but now Jimmy is all right, I got that shoot. You see what he doing over there? Like it's very competitive, and I like it. Shadeur's been doing that, so I don't know why you guys go crazy about. Does that mean? I don't know why you guys go crazy about them recruiting. That's how it goes. That's how the story goes. You guys been knowing that. That's one of our best recruiters. Shadeur is unbelievable. You don't think with all these kids that come in here and they don't want to meet Shadeur, Shilo or Travis or some of our key guys, like that's what they request. So those guys make themselves available for those young men. We got a bunch of guys coming up, I know, spring weekend, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna make sure we have some tremendous hosts that are happy with the program and played here and doing some phenomenal things on and off the field.
All right, last one, go ahead, Matt.
NFL draft is about 10 days away
Yeah.
or so, and almost immediately after it happens, we're going to get the think pieces about next year, and we'll
Right.
start getting the breakdowns about next year. Just curious, before we get to that point, who is your NFL comp for Shadeur?
I don't do that. I don't compare my kids to nobody's kids to another kid. I want them to be the first of somebody, not the second of somebody. I don't do that. I don't comp them to nobody. Ain't another Travis out there. Ain't another Shadeur out there. Ain't another Shilo and Jimmy or DeJounte. I mean, shoot. These dogs on the line, I don't. NFL does that foolishness. I don't even know if that even sticks. They're always trying to do that to pique your interest. I don't believe in that. And I don't know who reported that I said there were 17 that my kids wasn't going to. Whoever did that is a liar, and that's stupid. And I like to track that. I like to track that stuff down and hold people accountable in the media, man. Like they should not be able to tweet or text or something like they put some stupid out like that. That was I don't know who ran with that. Who was the first one that reported that?
It was me, Coach.
Yeah. I don't like you, son.
I'm Shilo. I'm your favorite.
Hey, they tripping about your post.
You told him I'm trying to win.
But isn't that how it always goes? Remember when you was in South Carolina, you had people calling you about wanting to come to Jackson with you, right?
Yeah, it's about players. Like what you said in your interview yesterday was spot on.
What did I say? I don't remember.
Like you're not just the first person you're gonna reach out to isn't really just gonna be a coach. It's gonna be a player.
Right.
One of your friends, you know.
They're gonna check the temperature. They're gonna see how the program is because another player is gonna tell them that.
They don't know that's how the NFL is too, by the way.
Yeah, he's right. Exactly. One more, so I get out of here. The Shilo's gonna come and have a great time. I'm pretty sure.
Who's got it? Go ahead, Scott. Sorry,
Coach, just wanted to ask you, what's it been like working with Coach Sapp out on the field? And,
Oh, my God.
You probably had an idea of what it was going to be like working with him, but how has that kind of met your expectations?
Coach Sapp is a phenomenal communicator. He's on television for several years with me at the NFL Network. He's God, he knows his craft. He knows his craft superbly. That's why he has to go Jack. It's not about just his athletic ability. He knows this game, and he's able to communicate that in his passionate way. And I love how he does it. I love what he brings to the table, who he is, how he is. He's a phenomenal person. I'm just really glad and I'm thankful that our young men are getting that on a daily basis. Just that communication. I love that because, shoot, during every coach but 3 of our staffers have been in the NFL coaching the play. And that's tremendous. That's tremendous for these young men to glean from. With Shilo, respects the heck out of his coach and his defense coordinator. Same guy. You know, for so many reasons, mainly because he's been in the NFL. He's been where he wants to go. And that commands a different level of respect. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
All right, we got a second video. Part 2. With Shilo and Shadeur. Let's see what's going on.
I'd like to carry it up to the table. Do what? I'd like to carry it up to the table a little bit more. Thank you.
How's everybody doing? Yep. Let's get it going. Let's get it going.
Shilo, you talked a little bit about the post and the interest that's gotten. Curious why you think that there was such a negative reaction to that.
I don't know. The day I posted is the first day the portal opened, you know, and me as a player, I got to know how I think. More games you win, the easier it is, you know, to get looks and to get drafted. And I want the best opportunity to win, which ends up, you know, we get drafted earlier. So I'm going to do all I can to beef up the team. We got a good team right now. You know, I just want to make it easier for other guys to really just feel like, all right, if I want to go to Colorado, it's not hard. Because my dad said he ain't hard to find. We're not hard to find either. Now, Shadeur is really the pro at that, though. He's been, if y'all look at his Twitter, he's been doing that. So I kind of stole it from him. But I just want to make it easier for guys to come find a new home at Colorado, really.
It's player-to-player connection. There's a lot of players that's ready to, for sure, walk off teams. So it's a player-to-player thing. So they don't want to get in the portal and not have nowhere to go. So but people be ready though. I have a lot of responses, couple receivers, tight ends, running backs that really want to come, and they're good players. So they just want to make sure they have a home. But it's just better from player to player rather than from a coach to player, because I'm able to tell you honestly how we're going to use you in our offense and stuff, and how I view you.
Yeah, we answered the real question.
Yeah, that's a part of it, because a lot of players often have. They feel like coaches in general, worldwide and globally, like they fabricate stuff. So I'll tell you straight up, like, look, we're throwing the ball a lot, you know. So this is what we're bringing you here for, you know. This is what we see you in the office. This is how I picture you being out there and really just taking control of the team. That's what it's for.
Brian, go ahead. Brian Halpern will do the camera. Question for both of you. Maybe a little bit of a softball. But Shilo, could you talk about what you've seen Shadeur get better at this spring as opposed to last year? And Shadeur, did you say about Shilo, just kind of how you've seen his game progress?
He's been balling for a while, you know. It's just, you just be torching him, really. Whenever he goes against other team, I'm like, do that versus me, you know. So just having that competition, even though we don't really go against each other, I can still talk my junk to him before practice and during practice. So he's doing good.
Oh, it's definitely real competitive, because you know if he misses a play, then I'm definitely in the middle of practice. During the play, I'm going over there talking to him crazy. So it's real competitive. He improved a lot, especially, you know, you got a new DC going in there, so really orchestrating everything, calling everything, getting the guys lined up, working on covering more and covering the best guys, and that's it.
Hey guys, Jake Schwantz from DMVR. Question for the both of you. Why should some of the best players in the portal come to Colorado? Where are they getting experience when they get here?
It's about let's just go on positions. If you're an O-lineman, you know that all attention is going to be on you. That's first and foremost, because the result of last year and what transpired. So the attention is going to be on you, regardless.
The stage,
the stage,
the coaches,
receivers.
This is like a pro organization. All our coaches are pros, Hall of Famers, with experience.
And the receivers, you know, we're throwing the ball, so it's no doubt that you know you're going to catch a lot of footballs here.
And the number one thing is if you good, you're going to play. Like a lot of people talk about the favoritism stuff, and I've been to other schools that actually, you know, might be like that, but I promise you, if you're good, you're going to play. You'll have more of an opportunity here to legit actually display your skills, especially
if you're not playing here, that just means you're doing something crazy. So that's it. If you're not playing here, that means you showing out, you're doing something. You ain't listening to coaches or something.
So not everybody see like behind the scenes in practice, because we know these guys like who they really are. You know what I'm saying? So you might get on Instagram, Twitter, and say one thing, but it's like, bro, you
don't even know.
You're not even doing nothing, bro. So y'all don't know what's really going on in practice every day, because y'all just see highlight plays here and there, but we practice every day almost. So we know who's who, and if someone was getting done wrong, you know, we would know that.
Adam Mr. Tiger, 24/7 Sports. Shilo, one of the things we heard from Coach Livingston when he came in is that he wanted to kind of tailor the defense to the players' strengths. How has that looked from your vantage point so far?
So right now, he's working with me like Jesse Bates. You know, and that's just cool having a guy like that could really just be like, all right, this is who I want you to model right here. So just studying him and just having a pro coach that was just in the NFL, because I'll be wondering how it is as a college player. What is it going to be like in the league? Like, how are the coaches in the league? And it's like the league right now. He's not even used to being in college still, like with the hashes and stuff. Like, and how we practice really hard. It's still like new, you know, because they be taking care of each other in practice and stuff. But like, he's fresh from the NFL, and I couldn't ask for more, honestly. The experience with Super Bowl, and like, what more can you ask for? If you're a DB, what situation would you more want to be in?
Go ahead, Nikki.
Nikki Edwards, C Sports for Shadeur. You mentioned last time that you and Pat Shermer, he seems like he understands you. You guys have a good coordinator-quarterback relationship. As you guys are this far into spring practice, what have those conversations been like, and how is that relationship blossoming?
It's really good. He lets me go out there, make adjustments, do what I got to do, and if it works, if it don't work, we're able to talk about it on the sideline, or really whenever we watch film later on or next day. We're able to talk our way through it. So you don't ever feel locked. You feel like every receiver out there is an option every play. And he always shows us, NFL clips and things that he called that worked at the highest level. So it's like, so now I know the why behind the concepts of whatever he's calling and what's his purpose. So really understanding like the next step of like his play calls. Because it could be the same play. It could be the same play, a slightly different version, but you read it different ways. The purpose of it is for different ways, whether to get a completion or whether to take the deep shot. And it could look exactly the same to the naked eye, but if you know, then you know. So that's the biggest thing.
What's that?
Scott Barker at Colorado. Shadeur, you made it clear a few months ago that you wanted DeJounte and Boulder. What did you see in him from afar that wanted you to have him? Obviously here in Boulder. What did you see from him? 10 or 11 practices.
Yeah, I pulled up his film, and like I said, I was recruiting him myself. I pulled up and I said, yeah, like
They don't like when you do that, though.
yeah, like I pulled him up myself. I was like, nah. We need this guy.
I'm trying to do what he's doing.
This is the guy we want. This is the guy we need on the field. This is the guy we need on this team to make us, continue and continue to just prosper, continue to just be great. So he's exactly what he was on film. Basically, just explosive player, extreme knowledge and route running, and is really proactive with these receivers because they caught a lot of footballs and they played a lot of games, and everybody came from different levels. So we all have one common goal. So that's what I've seen out of DeJounte, and now he's killing it at practice. He's getting open. Sometimes I miss him, sometimes I don't. So it's just going through like the growing pains of playing with each other, and just ready to have a lot of success.
Go Troy.
Troy Finnegan, CU Sports Shadeur, question about another receiver. Almost every DB that we've talked to has shouted out Omarion Miller. What have you seen in his development? How much fun have you had working with him this spring?
Nah, I'm excited about O because he listens. That's the biggest thing with a receiver. You got to be able to listen. Like you can't. And I like that the role he's playing, like, and everything that happened last year. And he could have easily went in the portal and been a starter anywhere with ease, and been the number one receiver. But he chose to be here and understand and get his reps and understand and learn and be able to have the starting position out there. So I just like him because he learns and he listens a lot, and I work with him and tell him exactly what I see and do it like this and do it like that. So I like O a lot. And he wins 90% of the time.
Yeah, but if he was going results, I don't know.
Man, we ain't
talking about that 90%.
Go ahead, man.
Question for both of you guys, kind of two questions here. Shilo, we talked to Coach Mathis the other day, and he was saying that it's going to be a little bit maybe more cover one this year, and you're going to have Travis inside, and you want some versatility. How do you see that bettering your overall defense?
I can just play more free and just use instincts, really. That's my biggest thing this season. I'm trying to use more instincts. And I know I'm going to field a run game. I just need to be more rangy at safety. But most of the time I'll be there, but they just got to throw it. At the end of the day, if you're going to get a pick, someone has to throw it.
Sure.
But as long as I'm in the right position, and I think I could be more instinctive to make some more plays happen, but you don't want to really get caught up in making stuff happen too much. But I definitely want to see some more picks this year from me.
What about as a team?
As a team, that's just going to let people you're going to see who everyone is playing cover one. You can't blame nobody. It's hard. It's definitely hard when you got Travis on the inside, you got the two corners, and those are really good guys. So that cover one it's going to force you to throw the ball. So you better be able to throw in tight windows and contested, and be able to throw contested, and receivers be able to make contested catches. So they're really good though. I'm really impressed with how both the corners they came in and they're out here working. You can only play cover one if you got the guys for it. So Coach C, we got the guys for it. So he's trying to see how it looks. But we're not just only going to play cover one. We really have a deep bag. Coaches coming from the NFL, so it's not just going to be just cover one.
Go ahead, Pat.
Hey guys, Akron from Chick Press. I'm just waiting for both of you. Given the volatility of the transfer portal, do you feel like more of your role has become recruiting players on your team, recruiting other players? Is that just a big part of your life now, just given the volatility of this portal?
Well, that's always been mine, personally. That's always been mine, is getting the guys that we need to be able to have success. I like putting everything and a lot of things in my hands. Like, if it's fourth down, the ball has to be in my hands. At the final seconds of a game, it got to be in my hands. So,
buddy, you're the quarterback. The ball's going to be in your hands every play.
You can hand the ball off also. You can hand the ball off also. You can hand the ball off also. No, bro. I like just having real control over everything and even having control of my own life, So, that's it.
One thing I can say, he's actually been on the recruiting stuff for a while. But, it don't really take up much of your life. Like, when I made the post, I was just in the locker room,
and I just typed it and then asked him. I was like, hey, make sure you check your DM, bro. It's about to get wild. So we need some guys. Just, we're good, but I just want to be the best for sure. Just depth, new guys, bring new energy to practice. You just never know. So it's not ever bad giving guys an opportunity to, come to the school.
Cause me personally, I want to see him be bowl eligible. I think, let me make sure, because I looked it up not too long ago, but I don't want to misquote. I want to see how many games do you have to win. Okay, so you only need 6. You need 6 games to be bowl eligible. And how many did he win last year? Like 4, 5, 4 or 5. I don't, Let me look that up. Yeah, okay, they won 4. They were 4 and 8. So to be 6 and 6, they'll be bowl eligible. Nah, man, we need a 8 and 4. We need an 8 and 4 season, man. But if 6-6 will get us into a bowl, I'm with that. I'm with that. I'm with that. So yeah.
It don't take up your whole life though. It's just a post,
If you had to guess how many DMs did you guys get?
I sent Coach so many players. I'm not gonna lie. It had to be like over 50 guys I sent them. I had to refresh. I gotta go back. He wait till the weekend to do all his stuff. During the week, he'd be pretty locked in,
Last one, Jack.
Jack Carlo from Buffalo's Wire. I guess for either of you, it seems like what coaches have said and the videos that we've seen at practices have been a lot more physical this spring. Just what do you think has led to that?
Attitude. I think there's a lot of attitude, and I think everybody works here with a purpose. Line's doing great. They're out there run blocking and really challenging. The line be trying to fight every day. The whole line just be trying to start. The thing about offense though, you get on one-on-one and you win it, they're gonna come jumping. So they just started that jumping stuff this spring. Nah, we don't do that anymore. We really stopped all that now. Now we just focus on football and taking one play at a time. But it's really just the trust in one another and going out there competing. And if a D lineman touch me at all, then it's they definitely handle up their business. It is more competitive. Everybody stick up for each other. Compared to last year, way more competitive. Like nobody would ever even get into altercation or think about it last year. But now it's like Coach Prime had to put out a message. Hey, y'all keep on. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop doing all that. But that's a good sign though. That means guys are going hard and trying to win, which we gotta do.
All right, thanks guys. Appreciate you. Thanks guys.
Like I say, I just want them to be bowl eligible, man. That's it. That's it, man. Win a bowl, Prime. Or Coach. Hey, man. It'll be nice, Bang.